You ever have this amazing idea in your head, but when you try to explain it, it just falls flat? Well, the secret isn't just about the words you pick, it's about how you build with them. And today, we're going to look at the most important building block you've got, the sentence.
I mean, really think about it. What's the difference between a jumble of words like apple, bird, hungry, ate, and an actual clear idea? It's all about structure. It's the framework that turns noise into meaning. And that, right there, is the magic of a sentence. So let's break down what makes it tick.
So at its most basic level, a sentence is a complete thought. But more than that, it has a job to do. It has a purpose. It's not just a random collection of words. It's designed to state a fact, or ask a question, give a command, or just shout with excitement. Every single sentence is its own little self-contained unit of meaning.
And for any sentence to actually work, it has to play by 3 golden rules. You can think of them as the absolute laws of grammar. First, punctuation. It's got to start with a capital letter and end with a clear stop sign, a period, question mark, or exclamation mark. Second, it needs at least one clause, which is just a fancy way of saying a group of words with a subject and a verb. And that brings us to the final, most important rule. It absolutely must have a verb. The verb is the engine, the action, the heart of the sentence. No verb, no sentence. It's really that simple.
Okay, so now that we have the rules of the road, let's look at the different jobs a sentence can have. Turns out there are really only 4 main things a sentence can do. Let's check them out.
First up, we've got the most common one, just making a statement. This is called a declarative sentence. It's basically the workhorse of language, you know? Its job is to just tell you something, straight up. Like our little bird friend here, I love seeds. It's a simple, straightforward fact.
But what if a simple fact isn't enough? What if you want to show some real emotion? Well, that's where exclamations come in. They show strong feelings. We're talking excitement, surprise, joy. What delicious seeds these are. See? You can just feel the enthusiasm. That little exclamation mark at the end packs a serious emotional punch.
Next, we have the tool of curiosity, the question. This is your interrogative sentence. Its whole job is to find something out, to open up a conversation, or just to wonder about something. Should I eat these seeds? This sentence isn't giving you information, it's asking for it.
And finally, we've got the sentence that gets stuff done, the command, or the imperative sense. This is the one that gives a direct order or instruction. Take these seeds away. It's super clear, totally direct, and it expects something to happen.
All right, so we've got the rules and we've got the 4 main jobs. Now, let's look under the hood. Let's get into the actual architecture of a sentence. Remember that golden rule about clauses? Well, they're the real DNA of how sentences are built.
It really boils down to 2 types of clauses. First, you have the main clause. This is the star of the show. It's a complete idea all on its own and can totally stand alone as a full sentence. But then you have the subordinate clause. This is like a supporting character. It adds extra interesting info, but it can't stand on its own. It needs a main clause to make any sense.
Okay, so here's where it gets really cool. By combining these different clauses in different ways, we can create different architectural styles for our sentences. This is where we go from just making sense to actually crafting powerful ideas. Let's look at the 3 main styles.
First up, you've got the foundation, the simple sentence. It's built from just one main clause. That's it. It's clean, it's direct, and it can be incredibly powerful. The bird ate the apple. One subject, one verb, one complete thought. Boom. Simple and super effective.
See what I mean? The entire sentence is just one solid, self-sufficient block. It doesn't need any help. It's a complete package all by itself.
Next, we can start building something a little bigger, the compound sentence. What we're doing here is taking 2 complete ideas, 2 main clauses, and connecting them with a little bridge word like and, but, or so. We're linking 2 equal thoughts together.
So if you look at this example, the bird felt hungry could be its own sentence, right? And it ate the apple could also be its own sentence. They're both complete thoughts. The word so is the glue that joins them, showing us a nice cause and effect relationship.
And now, for the most sophisticated style of all, the complex sentence. This is where we combine a strong main clause with one of the supporting subordinate clauses. This lets us show much more detailed relationships between ideas, like contrast or condition. Let's break this one down. The bird ate another apple. That's our main clause. It could stand on its own, no problem. But the first part, although it had already eaten, well, that can't. It leaves you hanging, right? It's a subordinate clause that adds some really important context to the main idea.
So okay, simple, compound, complex. Why does any of this actually matter? I mean, this isn't just about passing a grammar test. This is about making your communication clearer, more engaging, and way more effective.
Think of it this way. Each sentence type has its own superpower. A simple sentence is perfect when you need to state a clear, punchy fact. A compound sentence is great for connecting two related, equally important ideas. And a complex sentence? That's what you pull out when you need to show the detailed, nuanced relationship between ideas. Using a mix of all three is the key to keeping your reader, or your listener, totally hooked.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. Mastering the sentence isn't about memorizing a bunch of boring rules. It's about knowing you have the right tool in your toolbox for any idea you want to build. It's about moving from just making sense to actually making an impact.
So, now you've got the blueprint. You understand the components, you get the rules, and you've seen the different architectural styles. The only question left is, what amazing ideas are you going to build?